Hi, welcome to our channel.
I hit dead on with it, actually, perfect. Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be going over another little upgrade for the Taurus TX22. I've got a couple videos on this pistol going over this sight that I changed and just the overall reliability of this thing so far. I've got so many rounds to this thing, it's unbelievable, and it still seems to be going. I'm actually going to do an update video on this pistol when I hit 10,000 rounds. So be looking for that probably the next few months, something like that. But what we're going to be doing today is a product from Galloway Precision. See their name right there that I just got in the mail. And what it is a +3 magazine extension for the Taurus TX22 magazine. So here's the standard magazine that comes with the Taurus. Weapon is clear, magazine's unloaded. So it has a 16 round flush fit magazine. And what we're going to be going over is this, the +3 magazine extension. So this will bring the total magazine capacity up to 19 + 1. Now this magazine is loaded, but that's what it'll look like there. So you know, it'll help it to drop free a little bit, adding a little bit of weight, and of course just to give them the extra capacity. Now I don't know if they're all this way, but this actually, it's supposed to be a +3, but for me it was actually a +4. So I don't think it's supposed to hold 20 rounds, but I actually was able to get 20 rounds in here and then one more in the pistol, so that'll be 21 rounds. So I bought 2 of these. Here's one that I've already installed. Here's one that I have not installed. So it just comes just like that in just a little plastic bag. It was wrapped up in bubble wrap. You know, it's pretty simple. I mean, this thing is plastic. It's probably just 3D printed, but you know, that's honestly probably good enough for what it's going on. I'm pretty interested to see how these are going to hold up being dropped on the ground. As I've mentioned before, I use this pistol and others like it as just dedicated trainers. So I'm kind of hard on the gun and the magazines because all I use them for is training. So I don't clean them as much as I should. These mags get dropped excessively. You know, stepped on, ran over with a four-wheeler. They have a hard life. So I'll be interested to see how this holds up. But what we're going to do is we're going to install this one real quick. It's a 3/32 Allen head. It does not come with it. And you just take that out and we're going to lay it aside, and then we'll take our factory magazine here and break it down. And you got to be sure to keep your thumb over this. This one's wanting to kind of hang up. There it goes, because it'll launch across the room. So I'm going to take that out, take the spring out, and what I'm going to do is remove that little button. Because you do have to remove the button to make this work. As you can see, there's no loading assist, which is really no big deal to me. To some of you, if you want that button, this might not be for you, but for me it doesn't bother me. So kind of fish that spring back in there. Real simple install. Try to keep my thumb over this, and it should just tap it a couple times and you can see it popped in place right there. So we got spring tension on that. Now all you got to do is put that 3/32 screw back in here. It didn't really come with any instructions, doesn't need them, it's pretty self-explanatory. I am going to add, doesn't say to do this, but I'm going to add a drop of blue Loctite. Terrible camera work, so bear with me. I just wanted to get a good idea. They've got a video how to install them, but I just wanted to show you this one. It says don't over tighten this. I'm just going to run it down flush, because all that does is keep it from sliding off there. Let me grab a little rag, wipe off the Loctite, and we're done. Just that easy, just like that. Very, very simple. Now what we're going to do is load it. As I mentioned, you lose the loading assist. Here's a factory, my camera focus, here's a factory magazine. You've got that little loading button. You do lose that feature you have to take them out. There's both of the ones that I took out, since I did make 2 of these. And like I mentioned, this one does hold 20, even though it's only advertised to hold 19. So now we're going to see what this one holds. I bought 2 of these things, so let's just see here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can tell it's not really that hard to load, even without the loading assist. That's 12, 13, 14, 15. So there's 16, so we're at factory capacity there. 17, 18, 19. So that's what it's advertised to hold, is 19. So let's see if this one will take that extra 20. A little tight, but it took it. So even though it's not advertised, both of mine are holding 20 rounds. So I'll have to get these down to the range to see how they do. But as of right now, I really see, you know, no problem with them. It's just a nice way to add a little bit of extra capacity. I number a lot of my mags just to keep track. I'm probably going to go ahead and number these in a minute, just so I, you know, see if I have any problems with them. But stay tuned. I'm going to take this thing down to the range, and I'm going to put a few hundred rounds through it and come back and tell you what I think about it. Well, we're back from the range, guys, and as you can see, these little things are absolute blast down at the range. I loaded them up to a full 20 rounds plus 1 in the chamber, which is 1 more than they're supposed to hold, several times over and over, and they seem to work great. I shot approximately 200 rounds, so about 100 rounds each mag. I shot nothing but mini mags. You know, I do shoot a lot of bulk 22s, but when I'm testing something like this, I always try to use mini mags. I think that's about the best 22 on the market, just to give it a fair shake and you know, eliminate the many variables as I can. But yeah, these things are good to go. My range is gravel, so these things are going to get beat up. They're already getting beat up. You see we got a pretty good gouge in that one there. You know, I dropped them a lot. That's just the name of the game. You can see some of my factory ones are pretty chewed up as well. So it's not like that's nothing new. They're all beat up pretty good. But they seem to take it well, and I really don't see any reason why these things won't continue to work. So I'm really, really glad I went ahead and bought these. May pick up another one or two in the future. But I got 6 mags for this little Taurus, so that's going to make practicing, training, and just simply plinking with it a whole lot easier now. But anyway, guys, that about wraps it up. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll try to answer them if I can. And I appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see you next time.